Welcome. Welcome back, guys. Validation Boy live stream. December 1st, 2016. Oh, wow. All right. Like I always say, the first 5 in get the big shout out. Let's see who we got in here first. Last week coming in at number 3. This week coming in at number 1. They Lie, Ohio. Oh, yeah. Number 2, Lori Gale. Number 3, The Tomfoolery of the International Space Stage. Tomfoolery of the ISS. Number 4, the one and only super content producer, Jed Skeptic Media. Find him at GED Skeptic Media. He's got 2 channels. And also, from the Great White North, a producer of many, many great videos exposing the shared identities of multiple celebrities, especially concerning crisis actor situations. Enel Picaf, Fake Plane, spelled backwards. Big shout out to Fake Plane. Supported me a lot when I came out with my Christina Grimmie shooting hoax video and supplied me with additional information I knew nothing about after the fact, which continues to blow my mind to this day. He does great work, and you guys need to check out his channel. He goes back a long way. He told me that he has a different channel before that was dedicated to chemtrails. He has a lot of stuff about holograms and chemtrails on his channel too. So please check his channel out, guys. So this week in Flat Earth, like I said, you guys know this is a very laid back show. Anything goes. 0 moderators. I'm going to try to keep it under 2 hours. If that's possible, we'll see if that's possible. Richard Clark's in the house. Earth Sweetheart is in the house. Oh, yeah. Event Skeptic is here. Ronnie, good to see you, bro. Muscle Car Rock Lover is in the house. This is fantastic. Dave Brubeck is here. This is amazing. I got a who's who. Lori Gale in the house. Big shout out to Lori Gale. She's got a new video. I haven't seen it yet, but I need to check it out. A lot of people are talking about it. I feel like a stooge now that I haven't seen it. I think I saw it on my queue. It was like about 30 minutes long, 29 minutes or something like that, if I'm wrong. If I'm correct. Oh, guys. I almost forgot to mention. Flat Earth Leaders Are Fools is in the house. Flat Earth Leaders Are Fools is a great contributor to this chat. It's a mysterious account. None of us know anything about Flat Earth Leaders Are Fools. Maybe some do. Maybe I'm the one that's out of the loop. Either way, Flat Earth Leaders Are Fools does wonders in my chat. In fact, I promised them that I would start off this broadcast with a comment they had made on my last video. Let's get to that right now. Let me open up my Google Plus. If it wasn't for Google Plus, I wouldn't have any of this YouTube channel stuff. me find it. Flat Earth Leaders Are Fools says in a comment on my 1117 broadcast, or 1121 broadcast, excuse me. Definitely a fan of your hangout. Cannot stand any of the others. One is obsessed with NASA, and another is consumed with themselves. Then others are just a waste of time. It brought a real smile to my face when I read that comment when I got off work the other day. It's the first thing I read. And I thought to myself, wow, maybe I am doing something right. And I really appreciate that comment. Flat Earth Leaders Are Fools. It's pretty amazing. Now let's see. Let's see what's going on in chat real quick. Man, the chat is flying by, guys. Ooh. Oh, man. Richard Clark says that Jed Skeptic was sucking up on hot potatoes. No way. I was in the hot potatoes chat early on, and Jed was there too. We said hi to each other. But I seriously doubt that. Something like that's going on. We're in for a good time, guys. Can't wait till my boy Nathan fucking Oakley shows up. That'll be good times. I wanted to comment on some of his shit. And thank you very much, Flat Earth Leaders. And this Unfuckers, man, I gotta see this. Man, too bad I'm not up on it. Yeah. Fake Plane has a video on Caitlin Roig. I've seen Caitlin Roig now that he's shown that video. I've seen her as 3 roles now. Oh no, did something just break? I missed a bunch of Ronnie's work from last week. Issa Mahal has joined the chat. What's up? He says, "Noise VB." Yeah, I spent the last couple nights messing around with Issa, Snack to the Future, and a couple other really nice people on Free Chan Lite. Just popped in for like a half hour. My damn battery dies, man. Don't think that when I leave, I'm just trying to skip out. It's just my battery dies, and then I switch to another device, and then that battery dies. Or I'm sitting in a room, and the thing disconnects, or I have to go to bed because I was supposed to go to bed like 4 hours before I even went to bed last night, and I stayed up talking to you guys. So I realize it, and then it's too late, and I'm fucked. Yeah, but Issa was on there chilling, playing some music, singing a little bit. It was real good times. Caitlin Roig is Governor Chris Christie's wife and same as the Whitney Port and husband. Yep, it's true. It's true. Flat Earth Leaders Are Fools, talking about having other people on his side. I mean, you need to just start relentlessly producing content, exposing things about the people that you don't really like. Just expose them. Just go balls to the walls. I want to talk about tomfoolery of the ISS and some of the, as the potato turns, episodes I've seen that just, blowing my mind. It's a good time. Such a smile comes to my face when I watch it. I'm sitting there, my face hurts afterwards. I show it to my girlfriend, and she's like, "Oh my God, you got to be kidding me. This is fucking hilarious." And yeah, it's pretty awesome. Ty Mayes has joined. Ty Mayes, welcome to Validation Boy live stream. It's very good to have you here. Thank you for joining. Richard Clark has subbed to Ronnie, also known as Event Skeptic. Event Skeptic has concepts and theories that others sometimes fail to embrace, sometimes fail to comprehend. People need to check him out, check out his stuff, and give it a fair shot. Give it a chance themselves. Don't listen to what other people have to say. Check it out for yourselves. I mean, that's the reason that all you guys are in here with me, because you decided to check me out for yourselves. Even though I'm sure the first time you ever heard of me, it was something bad and that I have a bad reputation, you know, that I'm a jerk, I'm a dickhead, you know, or I'm a liar, or I'm a narcissist, you know. I am a little bit narcissistic. I'll admit it, but narcissism is not necessarily the same thing as arrogance, and there's different types of narcissism too. But, who wants to hear about that? That's boring. Let's keep up with what's going on. Tomfoolery, man, your videos are amazing, bro. Trust me. Okay. Ego is healthy, It is. So check it out, guys. Some people don't like it when I talk about other people, Some people love it. Some people want to hear it and don't agree with it. Some people want to hear it because they do agree with it, or they're waiting to agree with it. They want to agree with it. They want to know what someone else's perspective, someone that, I'm very humbled to say that you guys have, some of you guys have said to me that I'm a pretty intelligent guy or whatever, and you're interested in my take on, certain things. And it's a lot of fun for me to do that. So I figured that it's a win-win for everybody, Okay. I want to talk about Tomfoolery, the ISS, approximately 20-minute episode of As the Potato Turns. It's about 2 or 3, 4 videos back on his current uploads. It's about 20 minutes long. You can't miss it. And excuse me, I caught it. And the beauty of the Tomfoolery video is that, and forgive me if I'm interpreting your video wrong, or if what I say about it isn't totally accurate, please forgive me. But the way I proceed is that you managed to capture the essence of the entire chat, the entire Antonio episode, because for like 3 or 4 or 5 minutes straight, it's nothing but static noise and distortion and people talking over each other. It's fucking hilarious, man. It's just constant noise of Martin Leedkey never shutting up. And people just talking over each other. And that's the worst shit. If we all had $1 million microphones, we could talk over each other. They do it on these, Howard Stern, Joe Rogan, Alex Jones type shows. They do it all the time. But when you're on Hangouts, we're using our little computers, little digital microphones usually, or maybe an external mic that's not the best quality necessarily. And when you're talking over each other, it's not that it's unclear and it sounds like shit. It distorts and it creates frequencies that are truly, truly fucking unpleasant to the human ear. Okay. And if you're exposed to these types of sounds for the duration of a 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hour hangout, and you just hear people talking over and it creates that distortion, you will lose your fucking mind. Trust me. Okay. That shit's unhealthy. And people need to just learn to give each other a chance to talk. That's all I'm saying. I'm not talking about anything that I've been involved with. I'm just saying in general. It's a shame that A lot of people don't get that yet. Okay. So when I saw this, it made me want to go back and it made me want to watch the rest of Antonio's video, because I had originally heard about Antonio's little tell-all piece when I was sitting here doing whatever one night and checking through my channels, and John LeBon was going live. Got on with him, listening, and then soon realized that apparently Antonio had just got done mere minutes before doing his tell-all. And so eventually I went and I said, okay, I guess I need to see this. It's the buzz. Everyone's all, it's it's what's going on right now. And I checked it out and I sat through the first hour. This is a while back now. This is about a day or two after it had happened. I go back and I start watching I watched the first presentation, the first hour. Turns out it's like the first 57 minutes or something. Watch the first hour of that. And like I explained in a previous video here, sitting here in the live stream, it made me think two things. First, it made me think, damn, Patty really is that low and behaves like that. Or Antonio was the one that was doing all the things he said she had done to him. He was doing it to her. And then in true psychopath, sociopath fashion, flipping it and accusing her of the very thing that he had done, the very things he had done. And I stopped it after that because you can only take so much of that guy, cannot take so much of that guy. And, after watching the tomfoolery video and seeing all this crazy stuff being said, and I was like, man, that must be the rest of that video that I forgot about and never finished watching. I might have even fell asleep when I originally watched it, but whatever. And so I went back and finished it. And let me see here what I said about it. I got so much stuff written down. Thanks, guys, for sticking with me. Oh yeah, when it comes in, I skipped ahead right to when after the presentation part ended, and Martin comes in and he's bouncing in his chair and he's screaming and he's crying. And man, it was just too theatrical, man. Too theatrical. Just too theatrical. Martin actually ends up saying, just in passing, just casually, he lets it slip out of his mouth that, in his mind, Patty is the face of the flat earth. She is the leader. She's the leader, man. Oh, he truly believes that she's the leader. Okay. And it upsets me. Okay. I'm not trying to be rude to Martin Liedtke at all, but it upsets me to see Martin Liedtke sit there and be in love with Patricia like that. It's so, he's like some kind of, he reverts back to some kind of preteen state and cries and defends the girl against the guy that she went out with, the guy she dated. He's sticking up for the girl, He's totally in love with her. And it was kind of funny because Martin, as the show went on and as Antonio was trying to explain how bad it really, really was, excuse me, how bad Patricia really, really was, Martin wasn't having it. And he kept telling Antonio, he just kept talking over him and talking over everybody. And let's see what I said here. it was fucking hilarious because for the first time, I actually wanted to hear what Antonio was saying, and I couldn't hear it. Sorry, guys. I know some of you guys are going to get a kick out of that, and you're going to know exactly what I'm fucking talking about. You're going to relate to that shit. Okay. You know, I had to write this shit down on cards, man. I can't even read my own handwriting. I write it down too fast. I get all fucking, I see something and it's just too much, and I just got to write it down. I got to give myself content for these live streams, for your guys' entertainment. Okay, I got a couple little more points I want to raise about that whole situation. Okay. There's been this obvious separation of Nathan Oakley and Antonio. You know, or it, I don't know about obvious, but it seems apparent. And what's that really all about, you know? If these are all actors. See, the more I think about them, the more I think about this certain group of people, the more I just think that they're just actors. They're just a group of actors. They're either working with the government or they're working independently, and they're a group of actors. And something really, really strange is going on. I know that a lot of people have a lot of different theories about the social dynamics of the 2016 current flat Earth YouTube English speaking community. But there is a little bit of a separation, you know. And to hear stories about how Patty did the arm's length thing with the daughter, and then did the thing where she sat there and stared at her. Like, okay, these are the kind of things that like a 17 or 18-year-old girl does to a 14-year-old girl or 15-year-old girl who she is in competition with for someone's attention, be it a father, a stepdad, a boy, whatever it is. Those are the kinds of things that, you know, a 17-year-old does to a 15-year-old. Someone who's a little bit older, little cheap mind play, little intimidation tactics. The way that Antonio was describing the situation, it seemed like a couple of different movies I've seen. So either he's stupid and he's trying to use movie scenes and tell us that his real life with Patty was just like these movies, or Patty's a creepy bitch who watches movies, gets stupid ideas, and then tries to use them in her own life. And then how sick of her to prey upon it like a 10-year-old girl like that when Antonio's not looking. How sick of her. She's a fucking predator, okay? We already know she already had that 14-year-old kid on her show talking about, you're cute. You're fucking cute. You know, creepy town, Patty. Okay. And that's your game? You're a sociopath, and that's the ops that you run? You run that operation and you run it on a 10-year-old girl? See, I don't even want to believe Antonio. But to hear that, it seems to make so much fucking sense that it honestly, for a few moments, made me question my judgments of Antonio. I almost joined Team Antonio for like 5 seconds after hearing all that. But then again, it still raises the question. It doesn't even raise the question. It just proves the point. He was still with her, and he was with her, and he was attracted to her before this. And they played these kinds of games together on other people, okay, for a long time before they allegedly got together, physically got together. So he knew. He's the same creep that she is. And that's why when I first saw his hour-long presentation, that's why it was really super easy for me to think that, oh no, he's just telling us all the things that he did to her and saying that she did those things to him. It was so easy to believe that, but there's so many fucking layers to this deception, to this bullshit, and it's strange. It's like, why are you picking on these one channel? They're just a channel like anyone else. No, they're not. They have very large amounts of alleged subscribers, and they do draw, attention for this reason or that. And I'm just trying to analyze how and why. I know for a fact I'm never going to have a big channel. I'm not a popular guy. The shit I say is hyper judgmental. I'm never going to be big like that. I'm not jealous of the size of their channels. If I had a channel that big, I don't even think that me doing what I do here, this is the apex of what I could do almost, as far as live or commentary. I don't even think that this would satisfy that many people. And maybe that's why it's just simply not attracting that many people. Or maybe all your brass potatoes are fucking fakers and all their fucking numbers are fake as our Australian brethren would say, fake as, right? Let me see if there's any other notes I took on that whole situation. Oh yeah, okay. One last thing. I said this before, and since I'm not really in tune, I'm not really in touch, I'm not subscribed, I just check in once in a while on these channels. What's Antonio gonna do now that he's after all the damage he's done? Okay, basically defending Patty and running all these schemes with her on other people, and also just blindly defending her at other times and burning all kind of bridges. Now that he's not with her, what about all that? How are things now for Antonio? How are they really? Does anyone, he could tell all these stories about her. But all he does is make himself look like an ass in doing so, because he was the one that was fucking with her. He was the one that was trying to be around her, right? He was the one that was trying. So, it's a nasty situation. And yeah, I'm not even focusing on, the math, the science of flat Earth. I know that. I'm just focusing on behavior patterns. And I think that there's a very large portion of the flat Earth community who are truly, truly cerebral alphas. And we're really fortunate to have them amongst us. Sometimes they don't even make videos that are flagrantly cerebral. They'll make funny things, or they'll make short clip things, or they'll make really long broadcasts, and they'll chill and they'll show the world their talents. And some people get along with each other, and some people don't get along. And I enjoy seeing all of that happen. I love it when two people can really get along and make good shit. Kind of like when John LeBon and Matrix Decode used to hang out back in the day. They were fucking magic together, the two of them guys. Magic. Now, both of them now would each say that they've outgrown the other. Isn't that funny? Because I don't think that they have. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I just don't think that they've grown as far apart as circumstances have brought them and others to believe, if that makes sense. Okay. I got so much to talk about, guys. Let me see here. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Muscle Car Rock Lover says that Martin has no class. He could have picked a real woman like Orphan Red. Lord Rollo. Lord Rollo is in the house. I once enjoyed a nice chat with Lord Rollo. I think it was in a John LeBon show or off the air. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it was on the air though. Lord Rollo, big shout out. Lord Rollo is awesome. Let's see what else is going on in here. Wow. He does still talk to him. Martin was in a hangout with Antonio on FreeChan a couple days ago, says Jed Skeptic Media. Yeah, I'm talking about Nathan and Antonio, though. Does Nathan and Antonio talk anymore? I mean, that's funny. Like, Nathan wants to be a hotshot and pledge his allegiance to Patty and ditch Antonio because some dumb shit happened between a couple of alleged ups. Stick with me for just a second, guys. I'm trying to keep it moving faster than in the past shows, but you know how it is. Sometimes, to keep things flowing, you got to handle business. Just stick with me. Do you see the upside down V for Validation Boy? Inhalation addiction. Tomfoolery with some brutal commentary in the chat, which, as the king of the show, I choose not to read on air. I choose not to read on air. It will not be recorded for posterity. But it's noted, definitely noted. Oh, man. Lord Rollo said, man, I want what you're doing so bad. If you're talking to the host, this is just vape. It's sour berry bomb. And it's level 3 of nicotine. Relatively low dose of nicotine. And I got the 70% VG mix and 30% flavor, something like that, so I can get more mass, so I can get more more of that, so I can get more of that. David Sawyer's in the house. And he says that his mother is an angel. And Tinfoil Hatter has joined us too. And Victoria Sarton. Victoria Sarton is definitely in the house. Tomfoolery ISS. Go back to your large comment there. That's what you said. I can see where you're coming from, but at the same time, that's not exactly true. Not all true. It's not all true. But yeah, guys, if you guys haven't seen As the Potato Turns, you're missing out on life, and you need to make time. You need to go and make time and go to the Tomfoolery of the International Space Stage YouTube channel and check out As the Potato Turns. I'm totally behind it. Full endorsement from Validation Boy. And you guys need to go back and you need to, this might be an unpopular statement, but guess who gives zero fucking fucks? That's right, me. You guys need to go back and you need to check out some of Jeff Stewart and his conversations with Earth Sweetheart and Chris Rock and the sort. You guys need to check out some of that stuff. There's a lot of good times. A lot of good times in a lot of that stuff. Check out their current stuff, obviously, too. But, Earth Sweetheart has some funny videos, guys. She has some funny videos. Tinfoil nutters are fracked. Kathy Dudley, a recent subscriber. I check out my subscribers, I see who's on there. I see who actually takes the time to listen to me. Kathy Dudley is a newer subscriber and has joined the party. But I could have sworn she might have been subscribed a long time ago. Fisk Ito has joined us. Yeah. This is nothing but good times, guys. Wait a second. Timea says he was destroying her channel and credibility the whole time he was with her. What's that about? I gotta find out. Jed Skeptic said that he was gonna go to bed and not participate in the chat. So much for that, bro. You're right in here. You're right up in it, bro. Oh, man. Good times, bro. I really wish I could sort out a way to get guests in here, but I don't know. I don't see it happening. But for now, though, I got Muscle Car Rock Lover, Antonio stopped at Omni Eros. Patty just traveled across town. Antonio is gay, and Omni would shag a hole in a picket fence, says Muscle Car Rock Lover. And damn if that's not the fucking truth, bro. Or so it seems. Tinfoil Hatter says he was almost out of patience. What did I take too long to get back on the air? Did I take too long to get back live? I'm sorry, guys. Flat Earth leaders are fools, of course, in the house. Let's see how long we've been going now. How long have we been going? Started at what? Let me see if there's a timer on this thing. Is there a timer on this thing? I could have sworn there was a timer on this thing. Oh, well. Okay. Let's let that be. There's a couple things I want to brush on tonight, guys. And one of them might not be all that popular when I say it. But my show is about honesty. My show is about saying the uncomfortable things, keeping an open mind. Please join me. This one goes out to Delhi, Ohio. First in chat. Delhi, Ohio. No big deal. No big deal. Thanks for joining me. You know what to do. Let's see what else I wrote down. Let's see what else we got going on. Popcorn might be a code word. Yeah, for politically correct. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, here's what I wanted to talk about. Okay. Flat Earth UK Live from November 22nd. Okay. If you guys remember, the day before on the 21st, I had my last Validation Boy live stream. And I was talking about the fact that, you know, for some of us out here, there's a strong desire to keep the secret of the flat earth a little bit closer to our chests, hold it a little bit closer, and not necessarily be so eager to tell everybody. And so what does Nathan Oakley do? The very next day, he makes one of his 3 questions, one of his 3 talking points, the same thing that I was just talking about. And he was like, should we tell everybody? You know, it's like, Nathan, I'm glad that I got you thinking, but there's a right way and a wrong way to do things. Okay. And for you to just sit there Nathan, you don't understand what it means to give people respect and their proper due. You just don't get it, bro. You're a fucking asshole. You're a total piece of shit, Nathan Oakley. You fucking sit there and you take some shit that I was just talking about and then make it the fucking subject of your stupid ass show without saying a fucking word about where you got the idea from or what made you think of that. I know, it's no big deal, but you definitely weren't thinking about that until you heard me talking about it. And you're just a dipshit, bro. You're such a little fucking thief, bro. I don't understand how the fuck people even. I've somehow got caught up and have actually watched a couple of your shows, but it's only been recently, really. And it's just to see, you know, how bad your shit's really gotten. Because I know that you're going to be an easy target. I know that I can flip you on, you and some other people. I can flip on the show and I'm going to be force-fed so much fucking bullshit, so much crap, so much material for me to go on that it's stupid for me not to. I like the concept, you know, of keeping some new shit coming onto my channel. And with Flat Earth, there's not much left to talk about. I don't care too much about other conspiracies because I've seen it all. I haven't seen it all, but I've seen so much shit that lesser conspiracies don't really mean much to me anymore, you know. Sometimes I'll go through phases and I'll go back to some old shit, you know, see new developments, you know, in those situations. But I don't know. I like to give my channel something new. And the newest thing, the best thing for me to go on is just analyzing you group of sociopaths, you and your fucked up friends' behaviors. And there's a couple of us out here that are really having fun doing it because you guys keep giving it to us, you know? And for the most part, you guys are absolutely atrocious, sociopathic monsters, borderline fucking demons. And a lot of us out here consider it almost our duty to talk about you and explain to people how your psychopath fuckhead minds are operating. Okay? And I'm so glad that you're going to watch this. You and your stupid friends are going to watch this. Your creepy ass friends. Your witchcraft, sorcering, fucking satanic shitbag, backstabbing, creepazoid friends. All you fuckers are going to watch this. And you're going to know that there's good people out here that see you. We see right through you. You're like those fucking monsters from They Live. We see right through your asses, your candy asses. Okay? Anyways. No. Oh, and by the way, okay. Nathan fucking Oakley, Cord, 1980. Orientated is not a word. Okay? It's oriented. You can be oriented to this position. Okay? And that orientation has nothing to do with the Orient. Okay? And the insecurities and weirdness people have about saying the word Orient, because you're not supposed to call people Oriental. You're supposed to call them Asians now, because Oriental is like traded goods, like a rug. Okay? As the saying goes. Okay? I'm not Oriental. I'm not a rug. Okay? But orientated it's not a word. Okay? And if it is one, forgive me, but it's a stupid word. And the word you were looking for was oriented, or you were looking for orientation. Okay? And it's funny because you said it wrong, and then Caveman jumped in, and then he said it wrong. That's funny, man. You can't be putting that garbage out. Come on. Okay. And we'll just leave it at that for now. Stick with me, guys. I got to refill the drink. You know how it goes. It's going to be 4 or 5 minutes before I come back. Probably more like 2 minutes. Stick with me. Oh my God. We're definitely back. I understand. It's a big turnoff. Validation boy can go to the extreme, talking about, Nathan, for example, with the potatoes or the potato, but something's just not right with some people. And sometimes you really just gotta take action. There's nothing wrong with doing what we're doing. There's really nothing wrong with it. Think about all the cool stuff that comes out as a result of a group of people and their ridiculous behaviors. They're absolutely ridiculous behaviors. Let's see here. Okay. Let's just brush by episode 135 of Patty. Okay. And her guest was Mark. Okay. And the whole time, not the whole time, But in the middle of the show, they basically were just selling people on their upcoming Flat Earth reality TV show. They're trying to create a mystique around it. They're trying to create some kind of buzz. And it might just work. You know, it might just work. But we've already talked about that before. That's the extreme. Making a Flat Earth reality TV show starring Mark Sargent and Patricia Steere, okay, and the sort. If it hasn't already been filmed, okay, let's be realistic. But that is the antithesis of gnosis and learning for the love of learning and researching for the love of researching. And you just can't do it. Okay. At one point, I got a lot of stuff to talk about. At one point, it seemed like they were essentially begging anyone in the Flat Earth community to make a documentary about them. Begging for it. What is that? What is that? Okay. Oh, okay. And then there's another thing. I know it seems harmless. I know it's benign. It's irrelevant. But it's funny how Mark cross promotes things like Cracked. Okay. Cross promotion of other YouTube oriented channels. Some idiot executive at YouTube thinks that Mark Sargent's stuff and Mark Sargent as a character on YouTube is something that would align with something like Cracked. So they bond them. Okay. This is all just speculation, but like this is how we know that there's games being played and that this is just about money. This is just about money and fame for some people. Okay. The ones that everyone wants to watch. Okay. And that's why, I couldn't watch it anymore. I went away from it for a long time. But I noticed that aside from same old stale facts and figures, okay, and science behind flat Earth, okay, aside from all that stuff, everyone seemed to be obsessing over what was going on with the potatoes. And I couldn't believe it at first. And, I got to the point where, in private conversations with certain individuals, they convinced me, hey, maybe it's time to fucking leave those people alone. And at the time, I don't know what I thought of them saying that to me, but that's a whole different story for a whole nother time, which I'll probably never tell. And bear with me. The whole cross promotion of the Cracked thing. See, it's a good thing I took notes. It's one of those stony things, God, look at that. Okay. Check. Phew. Got confused there for a second. So anyways. At one point, it was said that Tiger Dan is the only person out of the thousands and thousands, possibly millions of flat earthers. Tiger Dan is the only one who has ever left flat earth. That's what he said. That's what was said in this show. I just wanted to put it out there, get it on record, that was actually said. All those things, all those different things were all said. I thought it was noteworthy, for some reason, whenever I watched that. Okay. Maybe just because of the fact of how fucking ridiculous everything that in that sentence really is. Okay. Microphone check. Damn, what is going on? Okay, guys. I decided to go back. And finish. Try to sit through the rest of the Matt Boy Power and Antonio chat, the big expose that hit, what was it, 10 days ago or something? I don't know, man. Supposed, where Matt's sitting there acting surprised and, just acting the whole time. And the best part, one of the best parts, okay, is when Matt Boy Power gets on there and claims that he's got some guy from Netflix sweating his nuts. Come on, bro. How many times has Matt Boy Power claimed he was going to do this, do that, or make this happen, make that happen, and just completely not? And then people just forget that he keeps doing that over and over, and they keep saying how influential and how great and how wise he is, when the guy is nothing but a straight up bullshit artist. Okay, I don't see what everyone's infatuation with that guy is. Okay. And it's of note that it was hilarious to see someone actually doing to Antonio what he normally does to people, which is just wait for them to talk and then say something. Wait for you to talk, then I'm going to say something. He does that over and over. It's his little trick, one of his little tricks. And it was hilarious to see Matt do that to him for once. He got a little, taste of his own medicine, basically. Let's see what I got written down. Oh, yeah. And half the time, okay, he's blocking Antonio's face. And then when you see Antonio's face on the computer screen, it's hilarious because then Matt has the little icon for the fucking, some settings icon, and it's covering up Antonio's face. and he has it just in position just so that it covers up Antonio's face. I think he even moves it at one point. And it was like watching, it was the essence of Sociopath. He couldn't even stand that Antonio's face was on camera. Okay. So bad that he covered it up with this little patch thing after a while. And then even more so after that, he eventually got to the point where with one of the many fucking edits, one of the many edits, he gets to the point where all of a sudden it cuts and now the camera's just on himself and Antonio's like on the fucking phone or something. Because Matt just couldn't stand to see Antonio's face on the camera instead of his own. I thought that was fucking hilarious, guys. I thought that was worth mentioning. There's a lot of stuff I thought was worth mentioning that I saw this week in Flat Earth's top shows. Oh, okay. And then I wanted to touch on, Nathan. And how his episodes are seeming to get more and more blue and washed out and bland. And borderline pointless. Okay. Not to say that my shows aren't probably pointless. Maybe my show has a point. But okay. It was essentially another Flat Earth rerun. It was a polished up round 2 with Cammy. You want to just make stars. You want to form a team. You want to have this network and you want to get famous and you want your face to be known for something. So you're working hard at this Flat Earth thing, on YouTube with your little network of spy buddies. It's fucking funny. You guys, you fucking people. And I learned a lot from YouTube. I continue to. And I try to interpret what I learned from YouTube and many other sources, okay, and put it back onto YouTube with my twist on things, my opinion of things, because I'm at the point where that's all I can offer now. I could just kind of be a filter that people can select if they want, because I'll take in whatever shit that I want to take in. I'll put a filter on it and I'll shoot it in one direction, just like this. And it makes me wonder if I hate to say it, but it makes me wonder if I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to make comments about Bob's wife like that. And her whole thing about having a job and then trying to be on Nathan's show and he's looking. I'm not even going to. Okay. Okay, I think that's all I have to say about that washed up show. Oh, okay. Let me see if you guys are in chat still. Let me see if there's 20 now. I had 29 at the height of this show so far. I think I had 29 was the highest number. Let me see. Who's with me? Who wants to get active in the chat with the host of Validation Boy live stream? A lot of people out there claiming that they are subscriber number 666 when I actually have a message from an individual named Oligarch that private messaged me and said, yes, I am sub number 666. Wanted you to know, peace. And it was hilarious. And I wrote back, I said something along the lines of, I was wondering if whoever did it, how I would know, because sometimes the subs, they show up or they don't show up, or there's a fluctuation. So you don't know exactly who was the sixth, because at some point I've already hit that number and it's gone down. I go up and down by 10 at a time sometimes. Okay. Hey guys, D. Lee's in the house. Timaeus, flat earth leaders are fools. Oh yeah. Victoria, Richard Clark, Kathy Dudley, Fake Plane, flat earth leaders are fools again. Flat earth leaders are fools says, is it me or does anyone else think Cammy of Glowbusters is an old school tweaker? Timaeus says the Melchizedeks are the roots of the Hebrew roots. D. Lee says he really doesn't like Rob Skiba, but he even said if he wasn't circumcised, he'd actually get it done. Okay. Oh man. Daylight Ohio says, okay, I'm out, BB. All right. Good times, bro. Yeah, it is good times, bro. I'll do it again. Good times. Good times. You know? Too many bongs, bro. Too many bongs, bro. Daylight Ohio. He was first in tonight. First in. Okay, guys, I want to ask you guys some stuff. I want to ask my comment. Tomfoolery of the ISS says, what's your opinion of the Glowbusters? Well, it's a shame that you're only around lately, because at one point there was some videos. I released 2 or 3 videos back to back that well, got to, once they hit 1,000 views, I took them down. Or was it 5,000? No, it wasn't 5,000 views. Don't be crazy. It was 1,000 views, something like that. 1,500 views, something like that. And I cut them because they were limited time. And some people have told me that they actually captured those videos and downloaded them to their computers, as just to have. And good thing, I still have the files too, but I took them off my YouTube channel. And these videos, the first one was called Flat Earth Cutthroats, and I dropped it at a time, I dropped it at a very crazy time, when some crazy dumb shit was happening in the Flat Earth top people scene. And I took these videos down once they reached a certain point. But the Cutthroats video was about some shit Bob and Jaron tried doing. It was just a little game they were playing that they decided that they might try on me. And it's just one of many instances, due to the cumulative knowledge of chats and just personalities and Flat Earth communicating with each other, because everybody knows everybody, or a little bit, or knows of everybody. Shit gets said and gets spread around. And my story with them, I guess I was one of the first people to air a grievance against them, and other people's Other people had had big grievances against them for various reasons before that, but never aired it. And I decided to air my opinion along with a couple of other side facts. And then once I did that, it seemed as though there was a subtle undertone shift of people kind of coming out with their own stories, their own weird interactions, their own observances of strange behavior by people that are supposed to be Messiah-like leaders of some self-absorbed movement of this one woman and this other couple of dudes that surround. Well, it's a three-headed monster, maybe. It's like a three-headed monster, five-headed monster. And then because of that video's release, the Cutthroats video, some other shit happened involving the same people. There was a bit of a backlash, chain of events that happened, which just did nothing but paint them as very, very suspicious people. Okay. And very, very cutthroat types. Cutthroat types. And they reacted. That reaction led me to take my video down. However, I had been played yet again. I got played twice in a row. Then I put them back up. The first time they were up, they got a couple hundred views each. And then the second time I put them up, or no, this is the Cutthroats video. I dropped it. They contacted me, tricked me again. I took it down, realized I was tricked again, put the shit back up. This time then I got 1,000 hits, and then I dropped them. Just for the sake of civility. Everybody who was anybody had heard it and seen it, my video. So it was done. It didn't need to just be out there forever and ever. So I was giving those people the benefit of the doubt and giving them the chance to right that wrong. You know, let it be known, and then let it be forgiven by deleting the video off there. I felt I was being justified for my actions. Anyways, then I came out with another video at some point called The Top Brass. And that's when you hear this term, the top brass. It's from that video because it reached view count at the very same, almost the same rate as the Cutthroats video. And it hit 1,000 or whatever the number was, maybe 1,500, and I cut it. And this video was essentially explaining in greater detail what had happened to me again, plus the developments of what had happened when they convinced me to take the first video down, and why I was releasing this new video, which was called Top Brass. And like I said before, you know, I didn't mention it in the video, but I had gotten the Top Brass thing from hearing Mark call himself and his potato friends the Top Brass. The phrase caught on. It was exploited by them. They embraced it. they ridiculed it, exploited it, and then kind of went in reverse, right? And then at the end, they dismissed it and like dishonored it and said that's definitely not us. That's my opinion of the Globebusters. Since then, we've not gotten along. There's really no need to. I don't need to communicate with those people. I don't need to communicate with them anymore. I dropped a video about Jaren. Some of it maybe goes a little overboard, trying to show the stuff that I've done. Trying to explain some of the shit that I did in the past, which others have told me, hey, that actually gives you cred. So I say, okay, I guess if I do have cred and someone's out there doubting my cred, well, I mean, you can't. That's the reason I was even on your show in the first place, is because of the cred that I had. So can't do that. So you look silly. What's it, 9:50? I've been going like an hour 20. Let's see what's going on with the 23 people in chat. What's this Bible timeline nonsense you guys are talking about? Nathan Oakley. Nathan Oakley has joined the chat. And how long you been listening, Nathan? Oh man, Nathan, you're not gonna like it when you go back and you listen to what I was saying earlier. You're not gonna like it. I got a little rough on you. I did a little smack talk. I badmouthed you. But that's my format. It's Validation Boys format. Oh, Nathan. I know it's crazy. But if you're wondering, yes, I did call, or I did try to directly call you on Google Hangouts at some point, twice on two, or once on two different nights. I tried contacting you in Google Hangouts. I wanted to ask you about something nice. But maybe, it had your little logo and everything. And I called it, but you didn't answer. I called you twice, once on two different nights. So I was going to ask you about, what was it? I was going to ask you about something. Oh, I think it was, oh, I don't know. Okay, guys, this is what I wanted to get at. Leilai Ohio says he was going to bed a long time ago, but I guess he's not. Nathan, Would you have a private talk with me on Skype? Just you and me? Hmm. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, yeah. I wanted to get the chat room. I want to get the chat room's opinion on this. People are pumping up the documentary called Scientism Exposed by Celebrate Truth. Okay. Potato brassers are pumping it. Okay. Okay. I watched the video. I want your guys' opinion. Wait a second. Flat Earth leaders are fools. Says Jaron did the same to me. I told him some ideas I had, and his very next shows, he talked about it like it was his idea, not mentioning me at all. It's fucking true, man. It's true. Victoria says, you guys unbanned everyone, Nathan, and your mods are nicer. Don't fall for that shit, though, Victoria. Don't fall for that shit. That's a fucking psyop. I mean, that's total abuse of the term psyop. Yeah, I know. But if there ever were a psyop, it is one. Psyops don't have to come from a government. Or if they do, then what is that saying? Because it is a psyop. The big unbanning. The big unbanning. The massive unbanning, in fact. It's them playing a game, playing God, allowing the floodgates to open. Okay. And the concept is as follows. The people in the top brass think that they themselves have the ability to say that they're above things and that they're aloof to what happens in comments and what happens in chat rooms. Because if you come in there and troll them, you're basically just burying yourself, which is not true at all. People are still out there in those chats that don't know about the dark side of the fucking potatoes. Okay. They've never heard the whisperings. Okay. And there's still going to be many of those people who come in that are still going to want to know. They're going to want to do more research. They're going to get a weird feeling after watching about 5 or 10 of your shows. They're going to start to get weird feelings and shit. Okay. They're going to start to get creeped out. And they're going to see something, oh, roasted potatoes. Oh, and they're going to watch that and they're going to see, or they're going to see as the potato turns. As the potato turns. I can't even do it. I'm trying to copy you, man. Sorry. But yeah. I don't even fucking remember what I was talking about right now. Oh, they're gonna watch these things and they're gonna see. Anyways. I wanted to ask everyone's opinion on this. Celebrate Truth says that it cost him approximately $2,000 to create that video. Okay. How? Because all the effects. This is a comment that I wrote on his channel, on his video. It says, all the effects that you used in this video are from like free downloadable video editing apps for tablets and phones. You know, zooming, video clipping, editing, shading, crossfading, timing, syncing, and pictures. It's nothing. It's all free stuff. And the images and the things he was doing were just notch above some of my older videos. In essence, just the fact that it had moving video in it. And are we supposed to believe that that guy spent $2,000 on making that? And really, in reality, the thing is nothing but a compilation of like other people's work, a little bit of his own, and it's essentially a big fucking mirror fest. And I've seen people put together clips of videos for years. I don't see how that costs $2,000. But, and then the fact that he's supposed to be such a Christian, and then he's got the video monetized and shamelessly self-plugging it all through, uninvited plugging. Unplugging. What the fuck was I talking about? You hear this crap that I got to deal with? Oh yeah, he was shamelessly self-fucking plugging for his movie, and then he wants to sell it. Yeah, he's gonna give it away on YouTube, but he's still gonna monetize it. And I don't know, dude. I mean, Celebrate Truth seems like a really, really nice guy, you know, but putting together essentially a mirror fest, and then having a bunch of your buddies promote it for you, and then saying you're such a Bible believing, you know, man. On the surface, to any like honest skeptic, real honest skeptic who knows about the implications of religion and philosophy and behavior in life, things of that nature, they're going to look at that and they're going to be like, come on, bro, you know, it's hard to take someone like that all that seriously. It kind of is. And I hate to be the one to say it. And I'm not trying to put shame on you, you know, in any way, you know. But materialism is materialism, no matter what mask you try to help it hide behind. So, I wanted to ask you guys what you guys thought about that video. And I want to know how unpopular my commentary and my analysis of that video is with you live in my chat. Let's see what you got to say. D. Lee says he bought a copy of it. Why though? Why? You know, am I gonna lose you as a subscriber now because of my commentary? Yeah, how much was it? How much was it? Victoria Sarton, and I want to know. What, $10? $9? 12, 18, 16, 14? 70-second human says 70-second human says grindcore is pure love. A couple months back I was really jamming on a lot of grindcore. Lately I've just been focusing on other things. Victoria says, sorry, don't see your point, VB. Yeah, I knew my opinion wouldn't be popular. But I tried watching it. I tried watching it, and it was rather snoozy. It really was. And I guess that's the curse of knowing all this shit, being a conspiracy theorist after all these years. I can't I can't watch reruns anymore. It's like, it's a curse, but it's also kind of a blessing. But I can't watch the reruns anymore. You guys feel like you're just watching reruns when it comes to the top shows, the most popular shows? You feel like that's what you're watching? Hmm. His dad, Dealey's dad, won't watch YouTube, but he will watch the DVD. You could just get the screencast, put it on YouTube, and screencast it to the TV, and say that it's coming from the DVD player. You'll watch it with him. Tomfoolery. D. Lee says, VB, it's not for flat earthers. It's for the masses, like my dad. Others say they haven't seen it either. Lloyd Gale says, yes, VB, reruns for sure. They Lie Ohio says, I agree. We've seen it. We've seen it all. No surprises. Yeah. Kathy Dudley says, don't watch them. Oh, man. Kathy Dudley says, that was nice for your dad, D. Lee's. Uh, um, I see that point of view. I see it. I see it. But at the same time, like, are the masses? I don't know, man. It didn't have that appeal to me. It didn't even have that polished professional look that Mark and Patty were trying to say that it had when I watched it. I'm not trying to insult, the guy's work and stuff, but $2,000, I'm just not seeing I'm not seeing $2,000 there. I'm not seeing it. Common tablets, common cell phones. Not This is generally mid to low range cell phone, probably the lower range, and it has HD, super HD, something, video capability, I'm sure, or image production and retention capabilities, I don't know how $2,000 got spent on that movie. It doesn't even have that polished look. And I'm just not getting it. Like, just doubting. I mean, I know the logic. The logic is this. The logic is get the people doubting on these things and then move on. And then from there, they'll move on, hopefully. I don't know. I like the more barbaric approach when it's a good time to get the message across to someone. But well, I used to use the barbaric approach a lot. That's what I did. But after a while, I got a little introspective and I said, it's not worth telling everybody. It's not worth losing sleep over the fact that you've reached all your potential audience when it comes to just telling people about flat Earth. Tom Fuller ISS says, what do you think of people like Wakey Wakey and Crow 777? I don't got much to say on Crow 777 personally, but I think the lunar wave is bullshit, and I think he built his entire persona and YouTube career off of something that I believe may be fraudulent. That's what I think about Crow 777. Never spoken to him. He wouldn't probably sink low enough down to these dark depths to fucking speak to me. Okay. But you know, Daylight, Ohio got into it with me once because I said that the lunar wave is bullshit. And he raised some really good points to me. However, I left the video up for posterity's sake. D. Lee says women seem a lot smarter than men regarding flat Earth. Victoria with a resounding yes. Oh, no, she's talking about something else. He says, and D. Lee says women seem a lot smarter than men regarding flat Earth in his life. And some of the comments says it comes easier to us. I don't know. I think it's a matter of cerebral elasticity. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a quick timeout. I will be back in approximately 5 minutes. In the meantime, I'll leave you with some music. I'll hook up the jams. The Nighty Nighttime Twinkles of Validation Boy. If you're wondering what these songs are, the first one I'll play is from my video titled Flat Earth Tranquility. And the second song that you'll hear is from my 2-minute video entitled Validation Boy. It's a promotional, self-promotional, or channel ad, channel promo, whatever the fuck you call it. And it's just there for reference in case anyone's searching and then they see that and then they wonder what it is and they click on it and then they get to see what my videos might be about, because I have the titles of the videos in there. But I mean, I could even mix it up. I could even put on my old school 8-bit original Mega Man themed or inspired. I'm talking NES, original 8-bit Nintendo, which was very, very, very big in my time. And I made some music a year or so ago, inspired by some of my old favorite games, such as The Wrath of the Black Manta, such as Rygar, such as Contra, all the easy games. Top Gun, not even Mario. I still to this day can't even beat Mario, Super Mario Brothers, original Nintendo. Believe it or not, can't do it. And I made some music that was inspired by that. Maybe I could leave a little bit of that on. Maybe not. It might drive you guys crazy. But it was my first stuff I uploaded on YouTube. Tomfoolery of the International Space Stage has asked a fantastic question and in the chat, and he encourages everybody else in the chat to answer this question. And I think that's good because while I leave you guys with music for just a moment, it'd be great if I came back and while I was gone, you guys really said what you think about that, and then maybe that could give some really good podcast airtime content, for the sake of the community. So let's see what you guys have to say about that. Hopefully, I'm hoping. I can only beg. If not, we'll come back and I'll talk about, how Patricia Steer is like Hulk Hogan. Talk about that. Literally, talk about that. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get things going. All right. See you in just approximately 6 minutes then. Oh, shit. I'm back. Full force. 17. Got it timed down pretty well. The first track is 4 minutes and a couple seconds. The second track is 2 minutes and a couple seconds. So I got about 6 minutes and a couple seconds to handle all my refilling of my drinks and all this crap that I got to do. So from now on, I vow to never have a longer than a 6-minute break, for what it's worth to my listeners. Okay. I guess I'm going to round up the show here pretty soon. And yeah, Dealey's, I know you think it sounds like elevator music, but those are songs from my channel. And if you go back and listen to them, and if you got a decent stereo system, and you crank it up and your shit can handle bass, because my shit's real bass heavy. Real bass heavy. Even my old little Nintendo style music is real bass heavy. And if your system can handle it, you'll see the beauty of how a .wav file is so much more full and loud and rich than a MP3 file, for example. And it's not really, those songs are a little bit elevator music, as I'll admit it. I know. Ooh, Lori got lots of troll comments. Man, as soon as this is over, I can't wait to watch that video. I got to see what's going on with that. Tom Fuller of the ISS says, I've taken pictures that confirm it's flat and curved. Oh, that's tricky. 9:30 p.m. for flat earth leaders are fools. Oh, the central time zone. Hey. The Midwest. Hmm? Or the deep south. One of the two. Maybe somewhere in between. Huh. Tom Fuller of the ISS has a great comment here. Says, I'm gonna rearrange the way you wrote it so that it's clear for the viewing audience. Something I've heard said a lot when things can't be explained is the sky doesn't concern me for proof of a flat earth. And that's what I said. That's a big part of flat earth dogmatism. You know, if what shit in the sky truly doesn't matter. We're talking about we're talking about the ground, not the sky. Sky can play all kinds of tricks or be its own shape. Who knows what kind of shape the whole thing really is? Can't tell because of the blue and because of the black. And it appears dome shaped. It really does appear dome shaped. I don't know if that's just the programming in my mind, but I do. For some reason, I perceive some kind of arching on some nights. I really do. When there's a lot of stars out, it almost looks like a damn dome. I don't know. Maybe I'm a fool. Maybe I'm a fucking fool for seeing that. But I feel like I see it. See, but it doesn't even matter. But Tom Foolery of the International Space Station also goes on and says, I don't think optically you can tell if the Earth is flat. Well, you can't, you can never really get it high enough. And I mean, in theory, you could go up on something and get to where Felix Baumgartner did with the Red Bull jump. Theoretically, allegedly, if that shit was even real. And even then, would you see the entirety of the Earth, be it a ball or a flat disc or whatever the hell it is? Would you see the entirety of it? Not until you got outside of it. And for some reason, I just want to believe that you can't get out of it. At least not that way. At least not up. LSDJ, what is that? What is that? VB, what's your DAW of choice? What's DAW? Tom Fuller says, I think taking a gyro on a plane would be a better way to tell if the ground is flat or not. Then I would say, okay, what goes on in the sky doesn't matter. I mean, philosophically, what goes on in the sky already just doesn't matter. If you're talking about a flat Earth, you know, flat Earth theory. To be honest, to be intellectually honest. Lord Gale, I can't wait to see your video. And D. Lee's over here earlier asked me, play that bass song, BB. No, I'm not going to play bass on the air. I could, but I'm not going to. I was thinking about playing a Doors song, singing it with my guitar. Song by the Doors. I was thinking about doing that, but I don't know. Well, I guess I'm about to wrap it up, guys. It's been another interesting week. Behavior patterns of the top flat Earth channels analyzed. All comments welcome. All kinds of people welcome. All kinds of shit being talked. All kinds of smack getting laid down. You know, fun times. Tried to keep it brief this time. Tried to keep it going. Tried to fill in the blank space with at least some music. And since you guys didn't really want to participate with Tom Fuller's questions, I guess I'm going to have to tell you how Patricia Steere is Hulk Hogan. In wrestling, you have baby faces and heels. Baby faces are the good guys, and they call them faces. Baby faces, they call them faces. And the bad guys are the heels. Okay? Patricia came out as a face. Eventually, the crowd turned her heel, made her the bad guy. A lot of people. There's a big chunk of audience that doesn't like her. And then, out of spite, some of the fans cheer her as a baby face, as a face, as a good guy. And as they say in the wrestling business, you're hearing all these documentaries, all these guys constantly talking about this stuff. It doesn't matter if they love them or hate them. Okay? It's a classic principle that applies to all kinds of showbiz and all kinds of anything involving media or publicity. And she's embraced it. And that's another reason why she has lifted her bans. Because thumbs up, thumbs down doesn't matter. She's still getting over. People are going to watch her even if they hate her. And, the theory is if you can make them pay money to see you be a bad guy or to see you get defeated, then you're still getting them to pay money to see you perform. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. And Hulk Hogan rode that for many years, even when he was at his peak of being his most beloved by the audience. There was still a large chunk of the audience that did not like and did not approve of Hulk Hogan, just out of spite. Now, I'm not saying the people in the flat earth that go against Patty and the top brass sorts should just do it out of spite. No, they should do it for the right reasons. They should listen to people's stories about them. They should take into consideration some of the things that have been said about them over the last year and a half. And for Patty to get over like that, it's the same thing that Hulk Hogan did, okay? He wrote it. He wrote it out, and he was a powerhouse for a long time. But the thing is, just like in wrestling, because wrestling reflects life, like it or not. Like I said before, the damn shit is the apex of human theater. It's the apex of our culture. And I'm dead fucking serious when I say it. And you might be shocked and be like, what? You seem like such a smart guy, Validation Boy. And you're going to sit here and say that professional wrestling is the apex of human creativity and art? Yes, I am. It involves many facets of humanity's abilities and capabilities in many, many different aspects of social. You know, if people are the show, you don't get half as much out of the characters on a regular TV show as you do get out of the characters in professional wrestling, regardless. Like pro wrestling, we have life. And Hulk Hogan eventually was taken off his throne and eventually faded away into obsolescence. And then one day, I'm not going to say it's going to be like this for Patty, but one day in the end, they found a way to fire him so they wouldn't even have to pay him this big fat check that they were going to have to pay him thanks to this new project they started, which shows old wrestling on demand. And therefore, every time he appears on one of these on-demand episodes that's on their, $10 a month subscription channel, it's like a Hulu. Every time those things get clicks, he needs to get royalties. So he was set to make shitloads of money off Vince McMahon. And he didn't get it because they managed to squeeze him out and fire him. And he'll never get it. But regardless of all that nonsense, I know you guys don't give two shits about that. The two people are very similar. And one day, Patty will fade into obsolescence. And she'll be replaced by someone who's more interesting. And I'm definitely not saying that it's going to be me, because it's really not going to be. I'm not that interesting. I'm just this deep, dark corner for you guys to come and hang out and let it all hang out. So, on that note, all is well for now. It's been tons of fun. Chat was a little slower this time. It really got out of control last time. Last chat check. D. Lee says, hey, Patty does have hot dog red skin like Hulk Hogan. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's brutal. Potato Death Rock. A whole bunch of people signing off. Man, it has been a lot of fun, I'm sure, for you guys too. Someone says, play. Oh, 70-second human says, VB, I would have never met your content if it wasn't for Patty Chan. Yeah, I know. Well, what, you mean like me being in chat with you? Or the time she badmouthed my name? Someone on here wanted me to play some Doors, but I don't think I'm going to do it. Oh, D. Lee says, do it, man. Doors, fuck the world. Oh, man. I don't think I'm in the mood. It's not one of those kind of nights. I'm tired from work. And I still got to work again tomorrow. Then I finally get one day off, the one day off a week I have. Like a whole day off. Everybody go and watch Lori Gale's video. And Lori's going to be on with Jed tomorrow at 7 p.m. East Coast time. Flat Earth Leaders of Fools is still here. I'm signing off. Much thanks to all you guys, to everybody in chat. I can't even say all the names. You guys are the best. Validation Boy live stream December 1st, 2016. Much love, much respect. See you later.